protrude outwards the way that it did on the micro size. It just kind of goes downwards on both sides. You can see here, we can of course move it here along the front to give that nice little kind of additional decoration on the front, but then looking at it on the side, it just doesn't protrude outwards the same way that it did on the micro size, which again, I just think that aesthetically makes this one look better. So let's actually put these two side by side so that you can see the difference. So again, on the micro size, if it were to dangle there off the side, you can see where this one is almost completely horizontal, whereas on the small, it actually goes downward at an angle. And lastly, using the long shoulder strap, you can see the difference in terms of the drop. So I have both of these set on their longest setting. Again, with the small Lady Dior, the longest setting for the strap drop is 23 inches versus on the micro size, we're looking at about 20.5 inches. So putting them on both as a crossbody, you can kind of see the difference in terms of how they sit. Now my hip bones, just for reference, are down here. So this micro size definitely sits, I would say, more in between my waist and my hip, whereas with this one, it is actually down at my hip area. So looking at it from the front, you can definitely see the difference. But then of course, looking from the side view, if we wanted to look at just the micro, you can see that one. Or if you wanted to look at just the small, we'll look at that one there as well. One question I have received a couple times is how to actually use these longer straps, or rather attach them to the bags themselves. Now with the Lady Dior, all of them come with these little D-rings here along either side, where you're meant to attach the longer detachable strap to wear it as either a long shoulder carry or even as a crossbody. But if you are a fan of the normal Lady Dior style, you'll know that Lady Dior's do not come with these little D-rings on the bags. No, we normally attach the hardware, or rather the strap on the hardware, to these rings themselves. So you attach them on opposing corners. So the question I've gotten is, hey, can you actually do that on these bags? Like, can you carry a Lady Dior the same way that you would carry a Lady Dior? And the answer is yes. Now it is a little bit easier to do it on the larger bags. I did try it on the micro, and it's really finicky because of how tiny the hardware is, but you can do it, but it's much easier to show on the small. So you would just attach the clasp to this ring here, again, on the opposing side. So on the front, you would let your Dior charms dangle on one side, you would attach it on the other, and then you would just attach it on the opposing corner on the back. And that way, when you're carrying it, I'll use this as a shoulder carry, it actually helps to keep the handles upright. So you can kind of see that way, as opposed to the handles folding down. So you can see the charms that much easier, but also it just creates a completely different look. So again, you can use this as either a longer shoulder carry option, or you could actually wear this crossbody as well. And again, by attaching the strap on these outer rings, it helps to keep the handles more upright. So then when you're wearing them, the handles are just, again, not dangling down the front or the back, but they just kind of sit up as such. So you can kind of see the difference when you attach the strap, or rather the longer strap, to those little D-rings, the handles fold down in comparison to if you attached it like you would with a normal Lady Dior, it keeps the handles upright. But again, just keep in mind that between the two, this micro size is definitely going to have a shorter strap drop in comparison to the small. So for me personally, which do I prefer? I prefer the small, just because for me, normally I like to wear my bags, if I'm wearing them crossbody, I like them to hit a little bit lower, and knowing that this is as low as the micro goes, it's just a little high for me. But again, you can see kind of the difference as far as the drop on both. One last comparison in terms of the long shoulder strap, taking it from a crossbody to now a long shoulder carry. Now I'm going to keep the small on that Lady Dior type of setting, but you can definitely see kind of as a longer shoulder carry. This one, it's a longer strap drop, so obviously it's going to hit a lot lower, but you can see, I mean, here are my hip bones. Right here, this one is definitely hitting much lower in comparison to the micro. I actually think I like where the micro is hitting as that longer shoulder carry, but remember, both of these have the adjustable straps. So if I didn't want this to be quite as long, I could just shorten the strap and bring it up a little bit. Same thing with the micro, but I actually really like where the micro.
And the key. And then let's look at the stitching, right? It has like, this is, just so you know, both of the bags are fully hand stitched bag. They're both fully hand stitched. Both real leather, right? And then they're both gold plated hardware. That's the crazy part, right? Because it's crazy how they're making this replica bags like almost like the real one these days. So it's kind of hard to tell which is which, right? Let's continue with the one on my right hand. So let's go inside and look. And now you see the zipper is hanging. It's not dripping down. It's just the way it's supposed to be, right? And then it has the logo and the H. And then let's open this part, the zipper part, and then it has this part. It's pretty dark, just clean. And then it has like the double stitches, right? And then the leather, really soft. Yeah, if anything, what I really like in Togo leather is the Togo leather. Birkin or Kelly bags is the Togo leather. It's so soft. And then you have the bottom feet. Nope, cannot screw. Nope, it's just there. And then you have the rain cover protection. When it's raining, you can wear this on the bag. So what do you guys think so far? That's the one on my right, and then the one on my left has the double stitching, the Togo leather, soft. And then, what do you guys think?
Hey, going back.
Do you guys see? Same thing as pitch black because it's a black bag. It has the rain cover. I'll put it this way. Okay, I'll just reveal it now. I know it was deceiving before. This is the real one. Yeah, because I have the receipt and all. I used to get this one. So this is the real one. It's pretty. And this is the receipt. I got this one from this place and I had to authenticate it to the one on my left. I just revealed it to you guys. I had to authenticate it. When you get it from a website, I always try to make sure I authenticate it. And this was the receipt of the real one. I can show you guys, but this was the, let's see, about 28 before tax. Yeah, it was about 28 before tax. I just revealed it to you guys. But isn't it crazy? Are you guys surprised how they look just identical? So what do you guys think? If you have any questions, let me know. And I just wanted to make sure I got this one, the real one, January of last year. And I actually thought, I should go ahead because I already had a lot of Kelly. I have some Kelly and Birkin already and other Hermes bags, but I wanted to get this for myself on my birthday. I like to buy myself something big every birthdays, every year. So I got this, but I never carried it. And then I got this one, and then I was surprised how good it looks. So, can you believe that? Yep. So I'm keeping both. I can return this. Now it's too late. And I like both of them. So most times what I do is if I'm going to a really nice event, I take this one, even if they don't look you can't tell. If you can tell the difference, let me know. And then when I'm going to some certain places, like traveling, or a place where I know I don't want my bag, my expensive 30,000 plus tax, 28,000 as you see, plus tax became about 30,000. If I don't want it snatched or whatever, then I take this one. Because I bought this for about 2,700.
Boxing of a bag that I recently got, and it is with the brand Shebag. So if you go on their site, there are going to be tons of replicas, duplicates of brand name bags, which are surprisingly very good quality. If you haven't seen my first video that I did for them for the Chanel bag, I will put the post here. But this time I definitely got a different brand. So that one I got the Chanel bag, but this one I got Dior. So I can't wait to open that with you guys. So let's begin. So if you don't know Shebag, they've been around for a while, and they have very good quality bags. I would definitely say they are definitely like a one-on-one replica, which it means that it exactly looks the exact same as the real bag. The only difference is the quality, the material is different, the smell, but overall, if you don't want to pay that much, then definitely this won't hurt. So I got the tote, the Dior tote, but this is the mini version, so it's so cute. I didn't even know it came in a mini version, so when they reached out to me, I was kind of like, oh, I wonder what it's gonna look like. And overall, it looks so cute and so mini and perfect for everyday wear. I'm not a big fan of the big ones, the bigger tote bags, just because it's a little bulky and it is like stiff, so they're not as flexible. But overall, you can see the quality of the bag is just so on point. And if you look closer up, the logo, definitely can't tell a difference. On the inside, it comes with the Dior envelope with the book, the card, and then I believe the tag, and they just have that for, it's just for show, I guess. So inside the tote, this is what it looks like. Super cute. And I would say I can fit like a lot of stuff in there, so you just have to kind of prop it open. I can fit definitely like a wallet, my camera, even like a tripod, and a whole bunch of like makeup accessories. And it's so cute. Definitely everyday wear, very chic. Sorry if I'm butchering it, but that's the brand name. And it comes with like this little necklace. It comes with every purchase, which is cute. And overall, I want to say the quality, well, I've never actually held the real one in my hand before, so I would say it's a good like 8 to 10 just because it is a little stiff. I'm guessing it's supposed to be stiff in the beginning, so this is definitely a good 8 out of 10. Design wise, I would say it's not bad. There are a little like, if you look close up, there are little like things that you can notice, but from far away you can't even notice. And design wise, perfect. So if you want to go check them out, you can definitely use my discount code below. I'll put it in the description. I'll put how you can order it online. You definitely won't like regret getting this. You could tell by like the stitching, it's like super like on point. Nothing, no loose threads, no scratches, no out of the ordinary. I want to say that I don't think that it would get damaged easily. It is pretty sturdy and very boxy, which is great. I mean, you could bring this for traveling, and even if like it gets hit against something, it wouldn't break. So good travel proof.